Let's go. It is January the 1st, 2019. This is going to be a bit ironic here for me because I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here, and then I'm going to follow up with a positive video on my other channel. Because I'm really all about positivity, right? And I really don't like to rant and complain and whine too much. But I got to. Because as we knew, Dirk Koetter got fired, right? We knew this was going to happen. I think we saw the writing on the wall. And I have a feeling there's going to be people walking around a lot today because it's New Year's and everybody wants to get in shape. But I'm not going to rant about that today. What I'm going to rant about is Jason Licht's press conference yesterday, because you know what? I'm a little bit sick and tired of the nonsensical responses that we get from these coaches, from these GMs, from these players, and the political correctness and the saying the right things, right? Sometimes I just want them to keep it real. Sometimes I just want them to say how it is. And yesterday, when I listened to that press conference with Jason Licht, I felt like he just wasn't telling me how it was. When they asked questions about Dirk Koetter and his response, well, you know, Dirk Kutter's a great coach, and you know, wherever he goes, they'll be lucky to have him. Come on, man. Will you stop with that nonsense? They'll be lucky to have him. If they was lucky to have him, you wouldn't let him go. Come on, man. I'm gonna be real here for a minute. And I talked about this in the past, right? And I think there was a bit of foreshadowing earlier in the season when Dirk Koetter came out and said that Jameis Winston would be here long after he was gone. It's all about Jameis Winston. I talked about this before. Dirk Koetter didn't have any faith in Jameis Winston. At the end of the season, like, he had to ride out with him. He was like, well, it is what it is. But he really did himself in when he decided to go with Fitzpatrick, and that didn't work out. He took a big-time gamble on Fitzpatrick. He was hoping that he'd be able to get some of that magic, and it just didn't work. But I'm watching Jason Licht's press conference, and that's really what I want to talk about here. I don't care about that. And I was just so frustrated because I've seen this dog and pony show before with him, you know? And it's nothing against Jason Licht as a person, but the whole, like, he does this body language is so fake and just so nonsensical. He did the same thing when we let go of Lovie Smith. Right? Like it's almost like you want to believe that there's this emotion behind him, like that he's just, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? I can't believe no, what he's thinking is, thank God the Glazer family didn't fire my ass. That's what he's thinking. Because they asked him, well, why are you still here? He couldn't give a good answer. Look at his record as a GM. And again, I don't have a problem with him. The dude has loaded up this team with talent. But the Deshaun Jackson move, I'm sorry, dude, that was a bad move. It was a bad move. Now, I'm not saying that I would have done anything different. If I had a chance to get Deshaun Jackson, would I have done something different? Maybe not. Maybe I go after Deshaun Jackson. But guess what? I'm not making the money that he's making to make those kind of decisions. But the Deshaun Jackson move, I mean, come on. This was a mistake. It didn't work out, right? And you could blame that on your quarterback. You could blame that on the offensive line. You could blame it on the fact that Deshaun Jackson is just an absolute diva, right? That he ain't getting the ball enough, that wah, right? But at some point, the GM's got to take responsibility for that, okay? So I don't want to hear, and I don't want to see you put on this show, right? Like you're upset. Nah, dude, I guarantee you when the cameras go off, you like, thank God, still got my job. Whew, dodged a bullet there. Now we'll see, right? That's the end of my vent, right? I'm not gonna go on any further about that. It is what it is. Okay, fine. Now who are we gonna bring in as a head coach, okay? Because I've heard the Harbaugh brothers, right? Both brothers mentioned. The thought of, I always get John and Jim mixed up. So I wasn't really planning on talking about them, or else I would have tried to look smarter than I am and known which one is which. But whatever Harbaugh is coaching the Ravens, right? And I know at this moment you're saying, wow, Drew, you're an idiot, you don't know. But whatever, whichever one it is that's coaching the Ravens, right? The thought, I saw this on Pewter Report, right, where they were talking about, let's make like a John Gruden type trade and go after him. Like, okay. Now, in that moment, they said, well, it worked out for the Bucs. And well, yeah, it worked out. We got a Super Bowl. But we also mortgaged the future of the franchise. Man, we gave up some draft picks. Now, granted, the Raiders didn't do squat with them, obviously. But we mortgaged the future of the franchise with those draft picks and what we gave up to get John Gruden. And I don't know that this Harbaugh is John Gruden-esque, right? I don't know. I mean, the Ravens are in the playoffs again. And I'm pretty sure that at this point, a Buck fan, right, we'll take anything to get into the playoffs, right? All right, whatever, dude. I don't even care. Right? Let's sell the parrot and the wooden leg. Let's go for it. But regardless, I just don't see that as a possibility, right? His brother up there in Michigan, I don't know. I like him, right? I mean, anybody who could take a team to the Super Bowl with Kaepernick, all right, I know there's the Kaepernick people out there that's going to jump on me. But if you take a team to the Super Bowl with this dude, and then you see what happened to the 49ers when he left, people are going to argue that he's been hot trash since he went to Michigan, but, I mean, I don't know. I think college, NFL, it's two different ball games. I don't know. Bruce Arians, okay? Now, I've been a Bruce Arians fan for quite some time. I'm not going to get into the Zodiac thing, but he's a Libra, and I like my Libras. I get along with them very well. And I just think he's a straight shooting, kind of like he's going to keep his team in check type guy, which I thought Dirk Koetter would be that type of guy as well. I think he's a Capricorn. Anyways, okay, I'll shut up about the Zodiac stuff. But I like Bruce Arians. Besides the fact that he rocks Oakley glasses like me, I just like the dude, right? I am a little bit concerned because people talk about him developing quarterbacks, yet it was Palmer that really he had the most success with, which was a veteran quarterback in Arizona. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I have mixed emotions, but if you're gonna give me a choice right now, I think Bruce Arians is the guy that I'm gonna go with. He would be the one that I would want. If you had to give me a choice out of those three, right? The Harbaugh brothers or Arians, I'm going with Arians. Anyways, this was just a video I had to do. I had to vent real quick and just let this off because honestly, that press conference yesterday just irritated me. It just absolutely irritated me hearing Jason Licht talk the way that he's. Look, man, just be real. Just be real. Dirk Koetter didn't believe in Jameis the way you believed in Jameis because, right, you were the one responsible for that pick. You and Lovey, ultimately you. And I think the Glazers believe in Jameis. I think that Jason Licht, I think he's got to believe in Jameis, right? I mean, you drafted dude number one, like you got to. Like this dude is like crossing his fingers, like please God, do not let him be the next Josh Freeman. Because this is almost like the same script as Freeman. I mean, this is almost like, which is scary for me to say this because I had the same faith in Freeman. Maybe not quite as much. But I remember thinking Josh Freeman was that dude. And that just fell apart. Again, this is another video. It's like 2 videos in a row where I'm kind of just all over the place. And I try to be more streamlined and get to the point and not just kind of babble. But I'm kind of just in my feels about this. And on a personal note, I loved Dirk Koetter, right? On a personal note, I thought the dude was legit. There was a tweet that I retweeted that his son wrote about him, and I just thought it was so unbelievable. I thought it was awesome, and I thought that was pretty cool that his son would say some stuff like that. I mean, that's what he should be saying, but in this day and age, to see kids raised up the right way, regardless of what this dude's doing on the field, off the field as a father, he's obviously doing something right, and for that, me being a father of 3, I have so much respect for that. So I wish him the best of luck I really do. But this is the NFL, right? It is what it is. You gotta produce. So I'm gonna keep grinding, I'm gonna keep moving forward. I always trust the process. If you actually watch this entire video, like, subscribe, share, and hopefully the next time I'll actually get to the point and I won't be so all over the place. But Deshaun Jackson, peace. See ya.